Hey guys, welcome to Broken Hungry. My name's Colin, I'll be your host today. Today we're going to be making a Spanish omelet. I learned this a few years ago while I was on exchange by a Swedish friend of mine, and I'm going to show you guys how it's done. The ingredients you'll need today are 2 eggs, an onion, a couple peppers, a few potatoes, around 2, and some oil. So the first thing we're going to do is wash and peel the potato, and then we're going to dice it up into little cubes.
You can garnish it with salsa or whatever and enjoy.
Alright, so now you're going to want to turn your stove on to about medium heat and fill your pot up, maybe about a 1/4 inch of oil. Just enough to kind of cover half the potato slices. Alright, so we're going to let this sit for a bit, maybe about 5 to 7 minutes. And you're going to want to leave them in there until they're like golden brown. You're going to want to stir them around a bit. And while this is cooking, we should go and get the eggs ready. So now we're going to just basically make them like you would scrambled eggs. I'm going to crack each egg, put them in, scramble these eggs up. Just want to make sure all the yolk is all mixed in. Well, that was pretty quick to get these eggs ready, so I think it's time to move on to the onion. So we're just going to put these eggs to the side, get our cutting board out again, and start dicing our onion up. Alright, so now it's time to fry these onions up. I'm just going to use a small pan. Maybe put it on about medium heat. And so these potatoes I think are done. They look pretty crispy. So I'm just going to bring it over here and get rid of this oil. I'm just kind of scooping them out of this thing. I got a plate and I put some napkins on it to absorb the oil. So I'm just kind of scooping them out of this thing. Alright, so the onions are getting pretty brown now. They're rounding up nice. You can see how they're kind of glossy. They're not as stiff anymore, they're really malleable. Now we're just going to get a bowl. And for now we'll just leave them in here. Alright, so now that the onions are done, so now we have our onions, we got our scrambled egg, we got our potato. So now normally, now we're going to add all 3 of these things and cook them up. So I think we're going to add a little bit of variation. So I got a red pepper and a green pepper. So I'm just going to dice those up and we'll throw a couple of those in along with these 3 ingredients. I'll show you guys how it's done. So first we get our eggs all scrambled up. Then we're going to add some of this onion. So we're going to use this to mix all the ingredients, and this is meant for 1 person. So you can add as much onion as you want. You're going to add some of the peppers. And now we got this. We're gonna fill this up with potatoes now. We're just gonna mix these things up, get everything good soaked with the egg, so it all kind of sticks together. All right, I think that's good. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna move over back to our stove. All right, so we're gonna use medium heat again, maybe a little bit on the lower end, low to medium. We're just gonna pour it in there. Just gonna want to spread it out on the whole pan. You don't want to use a pan that's too big, because then it'll get too spread. Just depends how big you want your omelet, how much ingredients you're gonna add. So now we're gonna let this cook for a bit, let the bottom get all nice and cooked. And then we're gonna flip it, and then that's it. All right, guys. So now the Spanish omelet's done. We cooked it about 2 to 3 minutes when it was first started, and then we flipped it, and you're gonna cook it maybe about a minute there. It really all depends how much you like your egg cooked. So now that it's done, we're just gonna flip it back onto this plate. And there you go. It's a Spanish omelet. So right now you can kind of add salsa to it, or you can put a little tomato on the side, or hot sauce. That's what I like to put, hot sauce and ketchup. It's pretty good.